Our Father, who art in heaven, Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Hello online people, this is Stanley Kowalski, Stanislaus. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, to ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. Hello, Friday Reds viewers out there online, netizens. Hello, Millet. How are you doing? Yeah, this is eCELi alias Stanley, playing the role character of Stanislaus here at Stanislaus County in California. So what I'm going to do tonight is, talk about past, present, and future. Like anything else, we talk about the past. Recently my dad's older sister passed away. Rest in peace, Auntie Anne. We have a mission to bring heaven on earth. And the best way I know how is to compose original songs, write music. We can just enjoy Jesus, others, and yourself. So I'm a storyteller and I'm practically a journalist. That's what we do. We're storytellers. We people in media, all my brothers, they're all in, they're basically journalists like I am. We're journalists. We're storytellers. We write music, compose songs, and we tell stories. And one of the characters that I'm trying to tell is the role of Stanislaus, a converted California Indian in the mission of San Jose, and I'm reviving his character, and I'm performing his role as Stanley Kowalski. Stella. Anyways, this live show today, we're gonna perform a song I wrote back in 2004 again in Los Angeles, California. When I was in LA, I was green in LA, and the beauty about Los Angeles was there was a huge amount of Hispanic Latino community on Santa Monica and Western Avenue. And during my time there in the early 2003, 2004, I've met so many people from Central America, South America, Brazil, Peru, a lot of the indigenous people that are in LA, and Guatemala, the Mayan people, they are in Los Angeles, but they speak their native Indian tongue as well as Spanish, because the Guatemalan, they still have their original indigenous tongue, like in the Philippines. There are still many tribes there that have different tongues, like the Ilocanos, Kapampangan, waray waray, you know, and it's not just Tagalog, you know, there's many what do you call it, but this song was yo no soy materialístico en este mundo. Mi vida solamente un simple plan. Soy único, un individuo honesto que comprende. Mis canciones son todo lo que tengo. Ella es una mujer encantadora, amame porque un hombre soltero con un simple plan. Un hombre soltero con un simple plan. Ella me ama porque es que soy. Amame, corazón, porque porque eres mi alma y es alma de vida. Ella me ama porque que soy. Ella me ama porque es que soy. Es que soy. Ahora ella me ama de que soy un hombre soltero con un simple plan. Un hombre soltero con un simple plan. Con un simple plan. Yeah, un hombre soltero con un simple plan. It's a simple plan from a simple man like me. Anyways, that was written in 2004. It's in my fourth album, After Desire, and I have the Tagalog version of it. And let me see, maybe I'm gonna try to perform the Tagalog version impromptu because I haven't really fully recorded it yet. I just kind of like, you see the Tagalog version. Ako'y walang yaman sa mundong ito. Simple lang nais matuwid. Ako'y tapat at totoo sa awiting ito. ibigin sa aking katuyuan. Sa simple buhay na nais kong gampanan. Sa simple buhay na nais kong gampanan. Mahal niya ako kahit na ako'y ganito. Dami binibigay ng tanging tunay na puso. Dahil kanya. It's a work in progress, you know how it is, the Tagalog is kind of like my Spanish, but the Tagalog is gonna get done. I'm just trying to give some taste, a little sample of my singing, songwriting, my OPM, original poetry noise, proper noise. So I shared the song called Simple Plan. You see, I probably perform the English version the same way. Not a worldly wealthy man, my life is just a simple plan. I'm just an honest guy who understands. My songs are all that I have. She's a worldly, lovely, wealthy woman, loving me for who I am. Yeah, so the English version also needs work. I think I only got the Spanish down. But it'll be released on my 4th album, After Desire. That's been my project. So I want all your support. Sponsor this album, 4th album, not East Meets West, After Desire. It's posted on Facebook. Hello, Beth. Hello, Ram. Thank you for joining me on Friday Reds weekly live show. Will be pre-recorded when other people watch it on YouTube. The idea of this show, it's a prototype. The idea is to make it a variety show, representing the role of Stanley Jack, because I'm here in Stanislaus County, where the home of the movie American Graffiti was told about, the life and the coming of age of the time of the American culture in the early 60s. And it's also the capital of cowboys and rodeos. There's a museum here, the Cowboy Museum in Oakdale, California. And if you want to follow the rodeo circuit, this is the place to be, Stanislaus County. The TV show a long time ago, the Little House on the Prairie TV show, was filmed here. The TV show Little House on the Prairie in the Knights Ferry area of Oakdale. All right. So that's the beauty about being a Indian. Stanislaus is an Indian, a modern day Luzon Indian, and trying to get a presence in this 21st century. Especially Elon Musk. The Tesla Motors high-tech car company located in Fremont, California. That's also again near the Mission San Jose. And so it's a full circle for me, because I'm playing this character Stanley, and basically my message is, we storytellers and songwriters, we are journalists, we are news reporters, we are part of the broadcast media. And it so happens to be that Facebook technology, video streaming has given us a little more voice and the people's voice. And I am concerned about the First Amendment in the U.S. as well as the First Amendment in the Philippines. You know, the First Amendment is your freedom of speech, freedom of religion and press, and you know your freedom to be happy. You know, your pursuit of happiness and your liberty. Now, if anybody encroaches and tries to suppress your liberty, um, to have freedom of speech, you better report them to the government officials that enforces, uh, you know, and you take some legal actions. But I pray that with this technology, you know, we're all smart people. We all now can be online, and I was expressing, Holy Week. This is the, in my dialect called Mablin Auro, or expensive days. Mablin Auro, it's a Holy Week. Every Friday you're supposed to deny eating meat, any kind of meat. And so, you know, although cowboys and Indians always eat cow, and things in the ranch. But today is a special day for those Catholics, Christians, all sorts of believers, that the download of Jesus, the application Jesus Christ, God created this avatar of himself and was able to be downloaded in Mary's womb. That's how wonderful it was 2018 years ago. And I'm a believer because I believe time heals, and I believe in time travel, past, present, future. And I mentioned Elon Musk, and he's pursuing getting to Mars, and we should be in Mars already, but we have a lot of stubborn and thick-headed brothers that don't conform to John 13 verse 34. Love one another as I've loved you. That was his commandment. And that was, if we can't practice that, we can't get further to travel. Anyways, so past, present, I'm still working on my audio albums. I write, but in the process I have to make a living and earn a living. So I have to write code, or I have to go work for corporate America or those odd jobs. But my main focus is storytelling, and my brother and I are trying to, what we call bridge of love, in integrating network and a way to bring back people in Los Angeles, the Tagalog talented people there, and be able to create a Tagalog show for the Philippines, not the other way around, the reverse, from Hollywood to the Philippines, and vice versa, Hollywood to the US. But the Hollywood to the US, they need to cross over to the American English because it's a higher population, and there's more high percentage. But what we're trying to do is to create a bunch of work group people that are believers and can speak Tagalog or Ilocano, and be able to help me tell my stories, And again, it's a business, and so it requires funding for a startup. I've researched the cost of startups both in California as well as in Nevada. So the goal is to promote storytelling about our community in the US. It's the opposite direction. So it's bi-directional, from Manila to the US, to the US to Manila, or the Philippines. The idea is, Facebook is a technology that, we don't need the networks. All we need is the ability to join together as a team and help me write or suggest any ideas on this Friday Red shows, because the future is here and we got to take advantage of storytelling, and it takes writers, and I'm not the only one, or I can't be the only one to be the writer. But if you use any of my stories, my songs, I'll give you the license. They're all copyrighted, all my originals. And if you can derive anything from it, feel free to use my original material, as long as you recognize who the original author is. And like my show, this Facebook, this Friday Reds weekly show, it's an original by me, and again, it's just myself. What I gain from grace from God. Stories that need to be told about our community, especially the Vaquero Luzon Indios in Alta California. Vaquero, that means cowboys. Indios, Luzon Indios, and of course the slack key guitar players. The Bulinaw native guitar. Alright, so I'm gonna cut it short today. Thank you for listening. Thank you very much for watching or observing. Beth, Ram, Millet, Brother Benny, oh hey, what's up? And I'm just saying, if we don't have anybody that believes in our stories, we gotta do it ourselves. And I'm doing it myself on this Friday Reds. But I trust all those guys that I met, and they're my Facebook friends right now, that they can create some group. And Craig Wilson is producing the business part, interacting with the business people. It's important that business is, setting up an LLC corporation, California, or a nonprofit, California. There's two choices, and then of course the Vegas. So each project needs to be legit, and so it's like a company, a producing company, but it has to have proper accounting, bookkeeping, and a proper insurance and wages for the participants. I'm hoping to be there. I was trying to get there this February in Hollywood, but I have issues right now in the Philippines, and I need every Filipino legal counsels that reside in the Philippines, as well as are here in Hollywood, LA, California. Anybody that's locally in the Philippines, I need every advice legally. Because when we do bring a movie unit or a team in Manila, I want to make sure we conform to the law of the land, because Jesus said, what is Caesar's is Caesar's, and what is God is God. And so our role really is to bring our stories and let the Filipino people see the Tagalogs in Hollywood. And so that is my focus 2018. If either it's my album first or continue on with my MRD 008 project, but I'm always online casting, so people who want to volunteer to be the casting director and help me locate I'll share you the script, and what can you add value to the script or the webisodes, what values can you add, and that's about it. All we gotta do is write, but we need the right legal counsels in the Philippines. We need lawyers there, because we're gonna deprogram the Philippines with the stories that we have here in California. There are many stubborn elephants, old elephants in the Philippines, so we gotta help educate the young elephants. But Hollywood needs to, Hollywood Pinoys, the Pinoys in Hollywood, focus first on the Tagalog language, create content, and while in parallel, just like my song, the song Simple Plan that just performed, it's both, it's English, Spanish, and Tagalog. It's tri-language, and it can be that's the kind of audio output that I'm producing, and I'm encouraging Pinoys in Hollywood to make a try output. You know, I posted a sample on my Facebook page, profile page. You know, my main profile. I posted this song. You know, the three language songs. The Tagalog was translated by Erwin Sipin. He's related to Gary Valenciano. The Spanish was Maria Martinez. Again, I met her in she's from Guadalajara, Mexico, but I met her in Los Angeles Wednesday. I mean Santa Monica and Western Avenue, and so they were. You know, we collaborated, and I focused first on the Spanish to record the Spanish, and then the English, and then the Tagalog. But 2018, after the SpaceX, you know, the Elon Musk focusing on Mars, you know, getting to Mars, and then the Tesla motors, the vehicles, you know, these are like obsoleting only gasoline cars. Anyways, we, you know, in my writing, you know, whether it be in English, Tagalog, or Spanish, I prefer, you know, if you write a screenplay or a dialogue, you start with English, or you start with your natural language, and then move on to the Spanish, because if you're in the US, but if you target Manila, it has to be Tagalog with added Ilocano. So I encourage those that have the creative writing, you know, the people that can write. You know, creative writing, you know, we learned that back in elementary and high school here in Mountain View, California. And when you creatively write, you just all your ideas, you just put them all in, you know, random idea thoughts, you know. And then you just basically cluster them, you know, any kind of relationship, and then you put some kind of arrows and links to them, and eventually it makes sense what you're trying to tell. And it doesn't take a night, it takes maybe a week, a year, or 2 years of compilation. Just like my fourth album, I shared all my poetry of all the ideas and thoughts that occur in this fourth album. And Tagalog, Simple Lang, or Simple Plan, Simple Lang, is in my fourth album. And so I wanted to thank each and everyone again. It's almost 30 minutes. Usually a 30 minutes television programming shows are usually like 30 minutes or an hour, webisodic or episodic. So this prototype, I want to end it exactly at 30 minutes, and I wanted to say goodbye and see you next Friday. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. Do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America, netizens of the internet. All right. Thank you very much. See you next time. Thank you, Malet, Beth, Ram. Aloha. Our Father, who art in heaven. And Benny Oy. Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, so forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For the kingdom and the power and the glory are yours, now and forever. Amen. Peace.